Come on in, y'all. Now here she come with all this noise. Hold on, y'all. Oh. Hey there, what's going on, my love? Shout out to Rashad Global Beauty. Shout out, shout out, shout out. Y'all, I feel so sick. Like, I'm not sick, but you know how you be feeling like, ugh, inside? That's how I feel. I don't even know if y'all can hear me. Yeah. I'm trying to wait till y'all come in. Like and share this video. I'm trying to share this video. Like and share this video. Like and share this video. I think y'all see the title. No, I did not mistype it. What you see is what I'm feeling. And I'm going to tell you why in a second. Oh. So look, y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all long. Can y'all hear me? Oh, they can hear me. Okay, they can hear me. I've been thinking. And what I'm thinking, I'm at a point. I'm fed up. I am fed up. Oh my God, this title was supposed to be different. How do I change my title, y'all? Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I need to change my title. There we go. Hopefully I was able to change it. Hey, Lori. I don't know if my title done changed or not. Okay, it did. Anyways, look, y'all. So like and share this video, whatever. I don't even listen. I don't even have my stuff together tonight. I'm just all over the place. But I've been off for a minute because I've been having a lot going on with my health and things. turn this TV down. Um, and it's just been a lot. Like it has just been a lot, just a lot. And I've been thinking really long and hard about this. And I know a lot of people gonna be in my inbox and disagreeing with me, and they're gonna be, everybody gonna have their opinion, and that's fine. I understand, but I have for the last couple of weeks have been in a deep, deep, deep dark space. Um, I've been in a really deep dark space. I'm trying to make sure this thing is on Facebook, but I've really been in a deep dark space, and the reason why I have been in a deep dark space um, is because of the fact that it's not even about me struggling with my sexuality. Um, it's not even about me struggling with my sexuality, and that has nothing to do with it. That has nothing to do with it at all. What it has to do with is the fact that my story and my journey of how I became to be a gay man is so different and so intertwined and so discombobulated and so messed up that I have come to realize that a lot of things are just not where they should be in my headspace as being a black gay man. And I've had time to think about it because over the last couple of days, I have felt lost. When I tell you lost, like it's not about that I'm trying to figure out if I'm gay or not. Like that's not the issue. It's just that I have felt lost because I have been seeking and searching for something that doesn't exist. I think for the longest, I was so adamant at wanting to have this whole picture perfect idea of, oh my God, I'm going to be married to a guy. I'm going to do things right. I'm going to show people how love is supposed to be. And I still do have those beliefs. Don't get me wrong, but I just feel like that the voids in my heart that are empty, the voids in my heart that needs to be filled are just not on one accord for the right reasons as it pertains to being a gay man. I've always felt, and I've said this to many people, I've always felt from day one that I wasn't born gay. Okay. I'm not saying that you being born gay doesn't exist. I'm not saying that people out here who are struggling with their sexuality, who feel like that this is who they were out of the womb, doesn't exist. What I am saying is that I never have felt like I was just out the womb a gay man. I never have felt like I just woke up one day and decided I wanted to be gay. And a lot of that comes from because of the fact that I spent most of my younger years, being molested. Not just being molested, but being molested to a point of where sex with a man became a norm. Feeling vulnerable with a man became a norm. And um, the problem that I have with that is that that norm for me that happened at a young age that I experienced was not a good feeling. It was not a good feeling. I didn't feel like, oh my God, this feels right. It was always in the back of my mind of where I constantly have had to wrestle every time I have had a sexual encounter with a man on questioning myself if I feel clean or if I feel dirty, if I need to take a shower afterwards because I feel cheap. It's always that question that was lingering in the back of my mind. Um, and the reason why I'm making this video is because, for me, I need to get it out. Um, this is not for any monetary gain, any fame gain or whatever. I just need to get it out because I need it to be known. This is my story, and my story is not like everybody else's story. And my story is I don't feel that I was born as a gay man. I feel like that I fell into being a gay man because of the fact that I had things that happened to me as a child that I cannot erase and that I cannot take back. And it hurts, when you feel like that you have had your childhood stolen from you, when you feel like you've had things that you should have had free will on making as far as decisions stole from you. And it's taken me over the course of the last 2 weeks to realize that because of those things that I have endured as a child, it really has left me operating out of a broken space. It's not that I question God or I feel confused because of where I'm at now, living my life as a bisexual male, but it does really beg the question of where do I fit in at times? Because there are times to where this life that I live does not feel normal to me. And I don't feel I don't feel like that it has anything. I don't feel like it has anything to do with me being, like I told you, me struggling with sexuality. I know, like I told you, I've lived my life as a bisexual male. I um I think that it's taken me a while to accept that. But when you have had people, family members, to force you to do things that only grown people should partake in, it really messes with your mind. And this is something that has not just happened once or twice. It's something that has went on for a long time, to a very long time. I remember when I got older, I used to have such a fear that I was going to become like what I experienced because of the fact that, you would see it in the paper or read it in the news all the time that people, hurt people, hurt other people. And I didn't want to be that person. So I think what happened is that as a result, it just became easy for me to say, hey, I'm going to take the cards I've been dealt with and I'm going to make the best of it. I don't know if I don't know if living my life as a gay man is my course that was meant to be taken, but it's something that allows me to at least live with myself every day and not feel the need of wanting to not exist or wanting to feel like that you're damaged goods or that you're no good to anybody. So I think me coming into acceptance with being this person I am today made it easy to accept the things that has happened in my past. So when I say that when I say that I regret being gay, it's not to say that I hate gay, the whole gay thing. I hate what it stands for. It's not to say that. It's just that when I see other people living so freely and vicariously and have no issues, no hangups, and nothing, it really makes me question myself because I don't have that freedom like others have. I live with a lot of agony in my head every day. And yeah, I've seen counselors. Yeah, I've seen therapists. I've been through all of that, but it still has not quite put me back together on where I should be. And, I went back home. I went back home. I went back home over the Thanksgiving holidays and I had, you know, um, this moment. People that know me know I don't really go back home often because back home, it's a touch and go situation for me, especially when it comes to my dad. But what I had come to realize is that one thing that I have been afraid to go down back home and face has been a catalyst of why I feel the way that I feel because my parents, my dad, was very abusive towards my mom. Um, and I would leave the house. I would get away from the house. That was my coping mechanism. I had to get away from the house because I did not want to see all of the violence and stuff that took place at home. So as a result of me getting away from the house, I would be around other people in my family that I probably should have not. And as a result, it's how I ended up being molested. And so, I think at some point, even though I'm an adult, somewhere deep down, there's a child that wishes that, my father would have protected me instead of being a drunk, instead of being an alcoholic, instead of being an abusive person. And I didn't get that protection. So, because of all of that, it's like now, I live in this mindset of where I'm an adult man carrying around childlike emotions. And it's not a good feeling because, you want to, like I told you, you want to live your life without regrets. You don't want to feel like that, you know, things should have been different. And that's what I live with. And that's what I feel constantly on a daily basis, and I don't know. I'm not saying that, it wasn't in my destiny to be. I'm not saying it was or it was not in my destiny to be a gay man. I'm just saying that there's a lot of resentment that I feel deep down because of things that I can't make sense of, that I need to have sense made of, as it pertains to me. I'm tired of walking around and having to be my own hero and my own rescue, relying on myself to get through from day to day, and trying to figure out, what is my next chapter in life. And it makes it hard. It makes it hard to really open up and date people, and to really try and, live the life that I have imagined that I could live, because every time I probably do get close to people, I shut down, and it's not intentional. But I think a lot of it is just that I don't see my self-worth in certain situations because of what I've been through. And I know that a lot of that requires just, you got to get help for it. I know, people say you got to, see a therapist, do X, Y, and Z. And like I said, I've been down that road. I've done that. I'm not here to say that therapy does not work. I'm just here to say that for me, it just has not provided me what I need in order to make things make sense to me. So at this point, I've come to realize over the last course of days, because I really wanted to sit down and think, and I really wanted to just really get an understanding, because I didn't want to go into another birth year living in this type of mindset, and not having that free spirited, being able to live my life without bondage. I didn't want to live in another mindset like that and go through another year of living like that. So I really have searched deep down, and really just like try to ask God, like, okay, you know, if this life is not meant for me, just let me know. I'm okay with that. And it's not even about me saying that if I don't want to be gay anymore, that I got to sit here and stop associating with people of like-minded, or stop having feelings for men. It's not to say any of that. It's not even about that, because whether it's with a man or a woman, if it comes down to where I just am tired and I'm ready to just stop, I can just be content with having the people in my life that I know supports me, and I know will love me unconditionally no matter what. And I'm okay with being alone. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm so okay. I am so okay. I am so okay with being alone. And I've accepted it. So I'm good on that. Like, that doesn't phase me. The essence and the thought of being alone, that does not phase me. I'm okay on that. My main thing is that just to have people to understand and accept me no matter where I'm at in my chapter, of life. That's the biggest thing. It's not about, as far as in the end game of me trying to figure out, oh, I'm gonna be with a man, or no, it's not about that. It's just about people accepting me where I'm at in my journey and in my life, and being okay with that, you know, and knowing that I'm okay with that, you know. Like I said, I didn't ask for wherever this journey has brought me. I feel like that everybody has their own journey that they have to take, that they have to do in order to get through life. I feel like we all have a road to travel and we all have burdens to bear. And these are just happen. This it just so happens that these are my burdens. That I bear. I just choose to do it in a transparent way because that's the only thing that I find comfort in doing, and being okay with is, if I can share it in hopes that it would help somebody else. So, if it comes down to it, because of the fact that, I understand that I have things that probably needs to be worked out. I'm okay, like I said, with being alone. It's just, I would hope that people who have supported me and been in my corner will understand and be okay with whatever the road leads me down. And I had to think long and hard about getting on this live and stuff because I don't want people to think, oh my God, he's going over the edge again, and depressed and all that stuff. Like I'm fine. Like I know I'm gonna be fine regardless of even how I feel, how I have been feeling in the moment and feeling these last couple of days. I know I'm gonna be fine because of the fact that I've been dealing with this my whole life. So it's not like I just woke up one day and was faced with whatever I'm going through. But you know, when you have grown up in a certain environment, um, when you have grown up in a certain environment and you, um, you people, let's just put the church out there. I didn't really want to get into it, but let's just put the church out there. For years, I have spent prior to my 30s going through the whole motions, even as a young person. I've spent a lot of years, trying to do what I felt was pleasing others. And it took me a long time to find a middle ground, to be okay with where I am in life as it pertains to me being a man, and what that stands for as far as what that definition is, whatever it is with me. But there was a time to where, growing up in the church, I had tried for so long to get rid of whatever it was that I felt like at that particular time was this sin, and this big, huge dark cloud over my head, because I felt like, you know, oh, I wasn't meant to be gay, and I should be a straight man, and everybody, will always tell me, oh my God, you look too handsome to be gay, and I just can't see you being gay, and God has other plans for your life. And I went through that whole situation, and it weighed on me so much, to the point of where I completely just wanted to die. Like I completely just wanted to die. And the reason for that was because of the fact that I was already not feeling worth because of what I went through as a child of being molested. But now it's like I'm wrestling with sexuality, and now I gotta, try to be surrounded by all of these people who have, these bishops, ministers, and stuff, and they want to see, deliverance and stuff, and they want to tell you about what God says you should see and do. So it's like trying to take all of that in, it just broke me at some point. And I think that's what led to me, finally getting to a point of where I was just like, God, I've tried to do things according to what society feels like I should do, but it's just not working. And it was not working for me. And so after years and years and years of just really trying to separate myself and really find the church and the Christianity within myself, I became okay with accepting my sexuality and not letting people make me feel some kind of way about it because of the fact that it made them feel uncomfortable. So to circle back around and to get to this space now that I'm in, it's a full circle moment because like I said, I don't think it ever had anything to do with me being confused about my sexuality. I think it just has a lot to do with is that from the time that I was 6 until the time that I was at least 16, that's all I ever knew was the touch of a man, whether it was involuntarily or voluntarily. Like that's all I ever knew was the touch of a man. I didn't know anything else for a very long time because that molestation, that abuse, it went on for a very, 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 very long time. So I didn't know. That's all I knew. That's all my world was. That's all my world was just being in this space of where I was constantly having to do or be caught up in or be manipulated or be challenged into having sexual acts with men. And that was it. And even if I was gay, even if, let's just say hypothetically, I was born that way, I still feel like it gives nobody a right to take that innocence away from a person and take that choice away from that person as far as when it comes to child development and letting that person blossom into who they should become on their own free will. But for me, I didn't feel like I had that free will. I feel like this is what I know best. This is what I know best. And so because I felt that way, it made it hard in my adult years to really be comfortable with a lot of things because my definition of love was so crossed up and so mixed up. And it's just like even when I attempted to try to love a man and let love in, it didn't feel right. Even when I tried to be close to a woman, it didn't feel right. So nothing felt right. It wasn't a sexuality thing. It just didn't feel right as a whole because I got all of this toxic stuff that's in me that I didn't know how to decompress and just get out. So now, fast forward, after spending years of dealing with, um, dealing with disappointment after disappointment after disappointment after disappointment, I just come to a realization. And I know people on here. I don't know. I know everybody is not into God, and I understand it. And in complete, trust me, I respect your values. I respect everything you say. But I really had to have a talk with God and just really come to an understanding that if it's gonna continue to come to a point to where I gotta live in this, I don't even want to. It's not even a lifestyle, but live in this box of dealing with people, you know, sharing my body, giving my body away, you know, being involved, being amongst in nightclubs, caught up in the street. If I gotta live this life, all the while knowing that it's only adding to my brokenness instead of putting back together as far as me as a whole, I just would rather be by myself and not do it anymore because it's draining. It's draining. And you know, I'm gonna say this, and then but I made a decision, a very conscious decision to hook up with somebody, right? And when I made that decision, I knew what I was going into. I just wanted to feel wanted and needed, and I'm quite sure people can relate. But what I had come to realize is that after everything was all said and done, I cannot explain to y'all. Like I cannot explain to y'all the amount of emptiness and brokenness and sadness and depression that I felt after I had did what I had did with this person. And it was nothing against the person. Like nobody did anything wrong to me, nothing like that. It's just that I made a decision. And after I made that decision, I had come to realize that God, I can't do this no more. Like I'm not equipped to do this no more. I'm not wired. I'm not emotionally equipped to do this no more. I understand, God, that it's going to take a special kind of person if I was to even be in that mindset to really love on me and show me what love is the right way. But I can't do this no more. If this is the life that I got to live, I just don't want it anymore. And I'm good. Like, I am so good. Like, I am so good. And I just remember of how broke and just busted and disgusted that I felt. And it took me back to all of those years as a child, you know, of how I would spend countless hours being in the shower trying to just wash off everything because it just felt like I could not get clean enough. And I just decided, I was like, I can't do it. I can't do this no more. Like, I can't. Like, I don't want it anymore. Like, you can have it. I'm good. I am so good. I am so good. And maybe that was what I needed, I guess, in order to really bring me back to a point of a realization and really think long and hard. But it's just, y'all, I'm telling y'all, it's just been a lot of things happening within me from a spiritual and soulful mindset. And I just come to realize that some things are just not for me, and it's okay. Like that is okay, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Just like I've had to be okay with the fact that the inner child in me that still wishes for a relationship with his dad is not going to happen. I'm okay with that. Like I've had to be like I don't think y'all understand how many times that I've had to tell myself that I'm gonna have to be okay with certain things like they are because some things you just cannot change in your life at all. Like some things you just cannot control and change. They are what they are. If you feel a certain way about something, that's how you feel. If something makes you feel a certain way, that's how it makes you feel. If certain people in your life don't want to be in your life, that's just the way it is. But you cannot control. Sometimes you just cannot control certain things, and you just have to let it go and be okay with the outcome and not be hard on yourself about it. And I think for myself, like that's the realization that I've had to come to is that I'm okay with a lot of things, and I'm gonna be okay even after the fact, you know. And for anybody out there that is struggling, dealing with stuff, trying to figure out, feeling lost, the one thing that I will the one thing I would definitely tell you is that, it's going to take time for you to get at a place of where you're at peace with some things that you've been struggling with or going through. It's going to take time for you to really tap in and find what makes you free and what makes you happy. It's going to take time. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen overnight. I'm telling you, it's not going to happen overnight. And, it weighed on my heart because of the fact that, I had been walking around carrying all of this stuff. And I don't know, I just had an epiphany this morning. Like, I just had an epiphany this morning. Like, if you're tired, it's okay to be tired. It's like it is completely okay to be tired. Being tired does not mean that you want to give up. Being tired just means that something is not working for you. And when something does not work for you, you have to find an alternative route to take to where it does work for you. So, whatever it is that's not working for you, whatever it is that's draining you mentally, physically, whatever the case, I'm telling you, take it from me. It's going to come to a point of where you're going to wake up and just be able to stand still and, like, I'm tired and I need a redirect. I need a change somewhere. I need a change somewhere. And I see all of y'all's comments. Thank y'all, so much. I know I'm all over the place. It wasn't my intention to get on here. Excuse me. I was actually intending on getting on here and making light and being funny and stuff of my situation because that's what I do when stuff be going on. But, you know, it took a whole nother direction. Um, and like I said, I'm grateful to everybody that just loves me in an unconditional space. Um, I hope, I don't know, whatever you take from this, you take from it and apply it to your life. That's really all I got. Um, that's really all I got. It's really all I got. But I don't know if this thing is gonna save some of these comments or not. But I'm just gonna read some of them, more skim through some of them because I don't want y'all to think that I'm ignoring y'all and stuff. I just had to get it off my chest so I can exhale, you know. But I do agree. Come on. She said you was broken as a child and you have not been healed. And you know, I definitely I agree with that. And I thank you for everything, for the support, for the the words of encouragement. Um, and I definitely agree. He doesn't make mistakes. And I thought about it several times of relocating from Atlanta, but the only reason why I have not relocated from Atlanta yet is because I just feel like that running away is gonna only be a temporary fix, you know. So if I don't deal with whatever it is right now, moving to another city really ain't gonna help the situation, you know. I mean, that's just how I feel, you know. Not saying that it couldn't help, but I don't know. But let's see, 100% get that. Yeah, it's very it is very unpromising and very depressing, Rashad. And listen, it and that's why I was saying earlier, as far as you know, with this life, um, that a lot of gay men live. I think I realize that I'm not the only one. I'm quite sure that there's plenty of other people in the gay community that can relate or have been down the road that I've been or still going down the road or have been or will be. Like I have no doubt that you know, people are not out here suffering in silence. And I think that's the biggest thing that hurts my heart because of the fact that I know what it's like to suffer in silence. And I know what it's like to not really feel like that you fit in this certain particular lane, you know, as a part of a community because of maybe morals and values that you stand for, maybe things that you've been through, you know, in your past. I understand that definitely. And, you know, I definitely am receiving that, you know, and like I told you, you know, I feel like that all of the stuff that I've talked about tonight, you know, was just me having a breakthrough moment and I'm okay. And I'm sitting here saying that I'm all of a sudden not gay or that I don't like women or that I'm not straight. No, I'm just saying that I'm at a crossroads and there's just some things, regardless of whether what God has for me, that I just need to really tap into and just really redirect on. I think that's the biggest thing. Thank you, Brianna. Um, and just thank y'all for just the love and support. You know, like I told y'all before, this for me is not really a thing of me trying to reach out to millions and millions of people. I think my biggest thing is that being that of what I've been through, I feel like that my story maybe can help other people. You know, I don't know. You just never know until you put yourself out there. So, this is me putting myself out here. So yeah. But for anybody else that's commented, like once again, thank y'all so much. If I didn't see your comment, definitely charge it, to my heart. Um, I think I saw my sis Savon up earlier as well. I know you definitely feel what I'm going through. It be like that sometimes. I think all of y'all, based on what I've been seeing on here in the comments, all of y'all can relate. But I'm gonna get off here. I didn't want to hold y'all long. And I just want to leave y'all with just know that you're not alone. Whatever your struggle may be, whatever you may be going through, whatever you may whatever you may be battling in silence, just know that you are not alone. Um, that somebody out here loves you unconditionally, no matter what, and that you can make it. That life gets better, and it will get better. You just have to keep trying. Even for myself, I know right now, things are a little cloudy in front of me, but it's not to say that tomorrow won't be a clear day. And I take comfort in knowing that. Um, Camille, to answer your question, I yes and no. I do and I do and I don't. I know that doesn't make sense, but I do and I don't. But I'm working on that though. I definitely am working on that. And like I said, thank y'all once again. I love y'all. Y'all be blessed. Have a wonderful Wednesday night, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace.